Well, good evening. This is Kent Blaylock with SDG Replays coming to you live this evening, late at night, 11:37 p.m. on the East Coast. And we're going to be doing some pocket pennant run baseball tonight. I started early last year, on a replay of the 1979 Pittsburgh Pirates season, the We Are Family Pirates, who went on to win the World Series in '79. And we're into the season. It's June 25th, 1979, and the Chicago Cubs are in town to visit the homestanding Pittsburgh Pirates. We're excited to be playing this game and looking forward to what unfolds in front of us. Again, we'll be using pocket pennant run, but I'm going to be using the PC replay engine to record the game. You'll see in front of you on the screen, hopefully, the PC replay screen of the field and the entry. We do have the ball roller, which will be rolling the dice for me to read, and you see the play cards also there on the screen. Hopefully you can be able to read those as we jump into this game. So let's get into the game. For the visiting Chicago Cubs, you're going to have Ivan DeJesus leading off. DeJesus is playing shortstop. He's a B batter with C power and A speed, and his defense is a C. Pitching for the Pirates will be Bert Blyleven. Blyleven is a B pitcher. He can go 6 innings before he's fatigued. He does throw right-handed. Again, he's 6 innings. He's a B pitcher with B control and A defense. Pitching for the Cubs will be Ken Holtzman. He is a lefty who can go 6 innings, but he is a C pitcher with D control and D defense. So the advantage goes to the Pirates from the pitching side of things, and they are leading the division so far in this season, this early season. We drop back one screen to the box score. I don't know how much of that y'all can see. Just doing this for my benefit. The Cubs are at 27-35, so not playing very well. The Pirates, however, are leading their division with a 42-19 record. So let's get into the game. Leading off, for the Cubs, Ivan DeJesus, or Ivan. I don't know how it's pronounced one way or the other. So Ivan DeJesus leading off. He's a B, but going against the righty Blyleven, he will be a C. Let's get the dice rolling. That's a B4. That'll be a control roll for Blyleven. And this control is a B, a B8, and he walks him. So DeJesus gets the free pass as he's walked by Blyleven. DeJesus runs it. Speed is an A, so we will be attempting to steal with DeJesus. Here is the roll, and that 11, and he is safe. He safely steals second. So the leadoff runner, the leadoff hitter is on and stealing in scoring position already here early in the first inning. That brings up Bobby Mercer to the plate. Mercer is a C hitter, but he's batting from the left side of the plate. He will keep that C rating, as here comes the pitch from Bly11. Another control pitch. This time it'll be a hit sharply to first. Robinson up with it. Bly11 covering the bag for the 3-1 putout, but that will move DeJesus over to third with one out. Runner on third, 90 feet away from our first run of the game, as Bill Buckner steps to the plate. Buckner, also a B hitter, batting from the left side of the plate. Here is the pitch. B4. This time it's going to be a defensive check on the third baseman. Defensive check on Phil Garner, who has a C defense. C5. It's hit sharply to third. DeJesus sprinting toward home is trying to make it home. He does not. He gets gunned down at home. For the 5-2 putout, the fielder's choice. Buckner gets on, but the scoring chance is gone now with 2 outs and only a runner on first, as Dave King Kong Kingman comes up looking to swing heavy wood. He's a B hitter, but he will go to a C because he does not have the platoon advantage. Does go to the batter. That C12, that is a power column for Kingman. Kingman is an A, that A6 in the power column is a double that will score Buckner, brings him all the way around. He hits it deep off the right field wall, deep in the corner. Buckner's able to score all the way from first. And we have our first run of the game as Dave Kingman drives in Bill Buckner for our first run of the game here in the top of the first. And that'll bring up Jerry Martin. Martin also a B hitter that will go to a C. Here's the pitch from Buckner. Again, going to the batter's card. C3. That's a sharply hit ball to short. Foley up with it. Over to first for the 6-3 putout. And we'll go to the bottom of the first, but not without a run coming across for the Cubs. 1-0 Cubs as the Pirates come to the plate. Pitching for the Cubs, Ken Holtzman. Again, Holtzman is a C pitcher with D control and D defense. So we'll be going to the C column on the pitcher card for Holtzman. Here's the pitch from Holtzman. C9, that goes to the batter. Moreno, because he's a lefty, he'll be hitting from the C column against Holtzman. C9, that will be a single by Moreno. Moreno rips it into left field as he's on safely at first. Moreno, of course, has good speed too, and he's going to be off to the races as well. He looks to steal, and he's stolen safely as well. So it looks like carbon copies of the inning so far, as the leadoff hitter is safely on second base as Tim Foley comes to the plate. Here's the pitch from Holtzman. That goes to the batter. Foley's a B, B7. That's a sharply hit ball to first. Again, we're having carbon copies. Holtzman covering the bag. A 3-1 put out. And Moreno is safely on third with one out. And dangerous Dave Parker coming to the plate. One out. Runner on third. Here's the pitch to Parker. C4. It'll be a defensive check on the shortstop. De Jesus has a C rating on defense, so that is a C5. That's a ground ball to third, but the lead runner does score, so Moreno will score. As Moreno's off to the races, and he is safe at home, and we have a 1-1 game here as the slow roller to third allows No, that was the third out. What am I thinking? No runner scored. So we're still 1-1 here. As the Cubs come to the plate. Don't know what I was looking at. But coming to the plate is Steve Ontiveros. Switch hitter. Will be batting as a B batter. Here's the pitch. And he grounds it to third. Garner up with it over to first for the 5-3 put out. And out number one. It brings Barry Foote to the plate. Foote a C batter, batting from the right side. That'll bring him down to a D. Control check on Blyleven. That B3. He rings him up. That'll be his first strikeout of the inning as he blows one by Foote, who's swinging at air for out number two. Ted Sizemore coming to the plate. Ted Sizemore, a C batter. Again, he will be a D batter because he's batting from the right side against the right-handed Blyleven. Blyleven looks to bring the big bending curveball, but it's going to go to the batter card of Sizemore. But that D6 is just going to be a lazy fly ball lifted to left field. Lee Lacy underneath it for the F7 put out. And we go to the bottom of the second with our score still tied 1-1. And Lee Lacy, who just had that put out, stepping to the plate. Lacy will be batting as a C from the C column. Here is the pitch. And it'll be a control check on Holtzman. That C4, he'll ring up Lacy. Lacy goes down as he's fooled by an off-speed pitch. Changeup gets him swinging early for out number one. Phil Garner stepping to the plate. Garner, a B, batting from the B column. Here's the pitch. C8, that goes to the batter card. B4. Another fly ball lifted into left field. Dave Kingman settles underneath it for out number 2 with the F7 put out. That'll bring up Rennie Stennett. Stennett, a C column hitter. We go to the batter card, C9. And Stennett loops one into shallow right field that drops in front of Mercer for a 2-out single. And we have a runner on, Stennett on, as Manny Sanguillen steps to the plate. He's a C column hitter as well. Here's the pitch to Sanguillen. All right, it's C11. That is in his power column. Excuse me, no, that's not. C1 is a line shot to first base. Buckner stabs it out of the air for out number 3 on the L3 put out. And we go to the third with pitcher Ken Holtzman leading off the inning. Holtzman is a C hitter, but against Blyleven he will be a D because he's hitting from the right side of the plate. Here is the pitch. B4. Control. At B12 it's going to be trouble. Yeah, he hits his counterpart as he bounces one off the shoulder of Ken Holtzman, and that's got both benches pretty heated. You just don't hit the opposing pitcher. That's just not done. But Holtzman's on first, glaring at Blyleven as DeJesus steps to the plate. DeJesus, last time up, got on by a walk and later scored. Here's the pitch to DeJesus. Defensive check on the catcher. Sanguillen up from behind the plate. Fields it, fires it to first base, but Holtzman will make his way over to second. On the 2-3 put out number 1, Holtzman on second base as Bobby Mercer steps to the plate. Mercer grounded out back to the pitcher his first time up. Here's the pitch. Mercer, the C hitter, rolls a C6. That's a fly ball into center field. The F8 put out. Holtzman will stay in place. He has the option to tag and go, but Holtzman's speed is a D, so we don't want him moving. So 2 down, runner on second. Bill Buckner stepping to the plate. Buckner, B hitter, and he will get to swing away, but that B1 will end the inning as he Hits one sharply to Garner at third, but he fields it easily over to first for the 5-3 putout. Runner left on. We go to the bottom of the third. Blyleven stepping to the plate. Blyleven hitting from the D column, and he strikes him out as Blyleven just swings wildly at a curveball. Holtzman just grins at him and remembers that little stinger to his shoulder the last time he was up. That brings up Omar Moreno. Looking to get on again. Go to the batter card. And he lines one to first. Buckner again getting a lot of action over there. That's a second line ball that he's stabbed out of the air. For out number 2, Tim Foley stepping to the plate. B hitting Foley. Defensive check on the center fielder. That's Jerry Martin. B defense. That B5. Will this be a fly ball, left field? Dave Kingman underneath it for the easy put out for the F7. And we go to the fourth, still tied here 1-1 at Three River Stadium in Pittsburgh. Dave Kingman stepping back to the plate. Kingman drove in the only run for the Cubs today, so he has that RBI as he steps to the plate. Here's the pitch to Kingman. Another control check, and he strikes him out as Kingman whiffs on the quick fastball that was high and tight. Kingman swinging wildly for out number 1. As Blyleven looks at Jerry Martin. Here's the pitch to Martin. Martin swings, lifts one into center field. Moreno backing up to the warning track for out number 2 as he toes the warning track and squeezes it for out number 2. That'll bring Ontiveros up to the plate. Here's the pitch. Ontiveros takes his swing at it. He lifts it into left field again. Lacey tracking it easily for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the fourth, still tied 1-1 here in this tightly contested pitching battle so far. Holtzman is faring well, even being a C pitcher. He's doing well as Dave Parker steps to the plate, who could end that with one swing of the bat. Here's the pitch. And Parker hitting from the B column, but that B4 is not going to be good news for him as he lifts it into left field. Kingman getting a lot of activity this afternoon as he's squeezes it for out number 1. Bill Robinson stepping to the plate. Here's the pitch to Robinson. Control check. That D8 will be a free pass for Robinson as he gets wild. And Robinson's taking a free walk down to first base. Robinson runs at a B, but I think we're going to let him stay as Lee Lacy steps to the plate. Maybe he can move him over. Here's the pitch, and he strikes him out as Lacy goes down swinging for out number 2. Phil Garner stepping to the plate. Garner hoping to move Robinson around the base pass. And Garner, Holtzman brings the high heat, and Garner goes down swinging for another strikeout for Holtzman. And we go to the 5th, still tied here, 1-1 in Three Rivers Stadium. And Barry Foote stepping to the plate. Foote is last time up. Struck out. Got fooled with a changeup. He's looking to do a little bit better this time around. They're hoping to get something going here in the 5th. Runs have been hard to come by since the 1st. Defensive check on the second baseman. We know that one's going to be an out. And it is. Grounded to second. Stennett fields it easily. Tosses it over to Robinson at first for the 4-3 putout. And out number 1. Ted Sizemore stepping to the plate. Here's the pitch to Sizemore. Another control check. And it's a big bender by Blyleven that fools Sizemore, who's swinging way ahead of the ball. For out number 2 as Holtzman steps to the plate. So far, Blyleven here in the 5th, his fan 3 has 1 walk and allowed a run on 1 hit. So pitching well as Holtzman steps to the plate. Here's the pitch. Holtzman getting the swing away. Grounds it to Garner at third. Lazy little ground ball. Garner fields it easily. Up with it. Over to first. Robinson squeezes it. They get Holtzman by about 2 or 3 steps as he's out by a mile for the 3rd out. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still tied here, 1-1. Pitcher's duel is Holtzman looking to bear down on Rennie Stennett. Stennett stepping to the plate. Stennett, his last time up, let's take a look at what he did. He singled his last time up. He's want to keep that action going. Here's a pitch, and he strikes him out. Whenever you see a red 1, it don't matter what the rating of the pitcher. Well, it does. A C and D pitcher, it would be a control, but on an A and B, that is a strikeout. On an A pitcher, 1 and 2 are strikeouts. On a B, it's just the 1. So that strikes out Stennett, who got tricked on a changeup, and Holtzman sits him down. That'd be Holtzman's 5th strikeout. He's allowed 2 hits and a run across, but pitching well. And he has a 1-6 record so far this season. Must not have much run support. It does have a 7.07 ERA, though. That's Kind of scary. Sanguin stepping to the plate. Here's the pitch to Sanguin. Sanguin will get to swing away. And he drops a single into the outfield for a one-out single. Sanguin standing on first as Bert Blyleven steps to the plate. Blyleven looking to lay down a bunt. Let me get my strategy card here. Here's the pitch. He will get to swing at it. Yeah, I'm still confused on bunts. I need to watch Dave Gardner's play again. He laid down the... Does go to his. We'll go to his batter card. And that would have been an out. This is a strikeout double play. So Blyleven swung and missed, and then they got so Sanguin's going on the bunt. Blyleven misses and whiffs on the bunt, and they gun Sanguin down as he's trying to get to second for an odd double play, and that'll close out the inning as Blyleven really choked on that one. Did not help his cause, whiffing on the bunt. De Jesus stepping up as we go into the inning 6. This will be the last B inning for Blyleven, as his fatigue ending is after the 6th. De Jesus on that C11 that will go to his power column. His power is a C. The C5 is a double. De Jesus hits one deep into right field, the left field corner for a leadoff double, and the Cubs are here in business here in the 5th with De Jesus safely on. Should I try to attempt to steal third? His chances really go down. Well, he's still 5-12. He's safe. Let's try to steal third with De Jesus as he's getting greedy. He looks to go, and he is gunned down. That one, he would have been out. No matter what, that one got him. As De Jesus tries to steal third, Sanguin quickly down to Garner, who plies the tag. Whoops, I gotta undo that. Hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button. I should hit caught stealing. Scott caught stealing 5. I don't know how to record that. Let's see if I can do it with detail. Nope. Why they have that caught stealing 3? Huh. All right. Give it the standard scoring except for third base. Huh. So he's out. And that'll bring up Mercer with no runners on now. We had a runner in scoring position, but it got greedy. Bad coaching on my part. B6. That's the batter's card. Mercer. Hits one into left field. Lacey on his bicycle gets to it as he gets it off his shoe tops for out number 2 in the F7 put out. That'll bring up Bill Buckner again. Buckner, his last time up, grounded out to third. He's 0 for 2 on the day. I think Buckner's due. And that is big numbers. Big numbers are never good. It goes to the hitter card. Buckner hitting from a B12. That is the power column, and he hits B power, B11 in power. That is a round tripper as Buckner swinging from the left side gets a hold of that one and deposits it in the right field seats as he puts the Cubs ahead now 2-1 with that home run. Blyleven's a bit shaken as he's staring at Buckner as Buckner trots around the bases and just calmly steps on home plate as Dave Kingman steps back up. Kingman looking to increase the lead. Here's the pitch. It's control check, but that'll be a strikeout as Blyleven gets Kingman to go down swinging after that home run to close out the inning and not allow any further damage. But we do have a 2-1 lead now. As we go to the bottom of the 6th with the Cubs leading 2-1. Stepping to the plate, Omar Moreno. those big numbers. Moreno, power hitting. No, that's not a power hitting. That's B6. It's a fly ball into right field. Bobby Mercer underneath it for the F9 put out. And out number 1. Holtzman's doing well. Again, we go to the batter's card. Foley swings away. But this one's lifted into center field as they're getting too much under the ball. Lazy fly balls as Martin's underneath it for an easy out, and Dave Parker coming to the plate. Parker on the day is 0 for 2. He flew out to left field his last time up. Here's a pitch to Parker, and he strikes him out. No, excuse me, that's a control check. I forget, he's a C. That's a control check for him. His control's a D, D8. And that'll be a free pass to Parker as he walks down to first with a base on balls. So with 2 outs, we have Dave Parker on first base and Bill Robinson stepping to the plate. C4. It's going to be a defensive check on the third baseman. Ontiveros up with it over to first for the 5-3 put out, and that'll close out inning number 6 as we go to the 7th, and both our pitchers' ratings drop 1. Blyleven drops to a C here in the 7th, and when Holtzman comes up, he will be a D pitcher. We're probably going to substitute him in, but we'll see. Martin stepping to the plate. Jerry Martin. Here's the pitch. It's a C3. That's going to be a defensive check on the first baseman, Bill Robinson. A on the defense. So a very good defensive first baseman. And he just calmly feels the sharp ground ball his way. Trots over to the bag for the 3 unassisted, and out number 1 as Ontiveros steps to the plate. Ontiveros. I'm going to swing away, and he will get to. It's a pop-up over to first base as Bill Robinson settles underneath it easily. Just outside the fair line as he's makes that play easily. Route number 2 as Barry Foote steps to the plate. Here's the pitch to Foote. He hits it sharply to Stennett at second. Stennett up with it. Quickly over to Robinson at first. And they get Foote barely by a step as it was hit deep into the grass. But Stennett whirls around, flips it over to Robinson for the 4-3 put out. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. With the Cubs leading 2-1. Holtzman, now a D pitcher, will try to ride him for a little while longer because he's been pitching well. Here's a pitch from Holtzman. At D9 goes the batter card as Lee Lacy looks to swing away. And he hits it sharply to first. Buckner tosses it over to Holtzman, covering the bag for the 3-1 putout. That'll bring Garner up to the plate. Here's the pitch to Garner, batting from the right side. Goes to the batter card. B5. Again, a fly ball lifted into center field. Jerry Martin makes the play easily for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. As Rennie Stennett steps to the plate. Here's the pitch to Stennett. Stennett swinging away. And he, again, hits it to Buckner. Buckner, Holtzman, 3-1 putout. And we go to the 8th with the Cubs still leading 2-1. Time running out here on the Pirates here at home. It's Ted Sizemore coming to the plate for the Cubs. Blyleven still pitching. No, Blyleven's coming out now. Let's bring Blyleven out. We've got righties coming up, so let's bring in a right-hander. Do we bring in Colby? No. Let's bring in Enrique Romo. So Romo comes in. Romo, as he's taking his warm-up, tosses. Is also a right-hander. You can give him 2 innings at an A rating and A control. His defense is a C. Hopefully that won't come into play as Sizemore comes to the plate. He will be batting from the D column. And he grounds that to short. Tim Foley up with it. Over to first for the 6-3 putout. Out number 1. Now Holtzman will have a seat. Since we got a righty, let's bring in a left-handed. And we'll bring in the left-handed Bittner. Or Beitner, I don't know how you pronounce that. Unusual name. So Beitner is stepping up. He's a C hitter, a B hitter, excuse me, with C power. Defensive check on the pitcher. That C10 is not going to be good news. Well, he does indeed field it over to first for the 1-3 putout and out number 2. That'll bring up De Jesus once again coming to the plate. Here's the pitch. And he strikes him out as Romo records his first strikeout as De Jesus goes down swinging. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 2-1 Cubs. Cubs. And Sanguin stepping to the plate. Oh, I need a new pitcher. Yeah, that's right. Mostly right-handers, so we'll bring in another right-hander. Who's available? Who's available? Now let's bring in Bruce Sutter. Why not? He's the best pitcher available. Sutter comes in. Bruce Sutter pitches from the right side. He'll be good for 2 innings. So they can close out with him. He's an A, and a D defense. So good pitching coming in as Sanguin steps up. Here's the pitch. A4. It's control check, but that one's a strikeout. I don't even have to look at it as he strikes out Sanguin. And Romo will be pitch hit 4. The right-hander. Bring in a left-handed hitting Willie Stargell. Pop Stargell is going to come in and see if he can do some damage here late in the bottom of the 8th with the Pirates trailing 2-1 to the visiting Cubs. Here's the pitch to Stargell. Sutter, excuse me. Control check. His control is an A, but that 10 can be a problem. And it is. As he walks Stargell comes in and kind of makes Sutter nervous. And he gives him the free pass down to first base. So Stargell's on. We won't be doing any running with Stargell. Stargell's not fleet of feet. Has a D speed. And Moreno stepping back to the plate. A3. It's going to be a control check. And he strikes him out as Sutter is dealing. As Moreno goes down swinging, and that'll bring up Tim Foley. Here's the pitch to Foley. And Foley grounds it sharply to DeJesus at short. DeJesus up with it quickly over to first for the 6-3 putout. And we go to the 9th with the Pirates trailing 2-1 to the Cubs here. There's Kent Colby comes in to look to prevent any more runs from coming across. Mr. Colby comes in here in the 9th. Colby was always the strange-looking, gangly-looking guy. Always found him funny-looking. Maybe that's not nice of me, but that's just the way I saw it. We'll give him their 1 inning. He's an A pitcher, B control, and D on his defense. So Mercer's stepping to the plate to the right-handed to Colby. Mercer. And he will get to swing away. That C7 will not get him on base, though, as he lifts it into right field. Dave Parker settling underneath it for out number one, excuse me. First batter. All right. Bill Buckner coming up. Buckner hit a round tripper his last time up as he drove in that second run to put the Cubs in the lead here, as very few hits have been going on. Only 3 hits each for each team as Buckner steps to the plate. Here is the pitch. It's going to be a defensive check on the center fielder. Moreno, C defense. He's able to easily get underneath it for out number 2 on the F8 putout. Dave Kingman stepping to the plate. King Kong Kingman. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Kingman getting to swing away. And he will get on base as he drops a single in there. Hits sharply, I should say. Not dropping it in there. It bounces in front of Lacey's feet. As now Jerry Martin comes to the plate. Here's the pitch to Martin. And he grounds it sharply to Foley at short. Over to first for the 6-3 putout. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. 2-1. Suter still an A pitcher as Dave Parker steps to the plate. Parker could tie it up in one swing. One swing of the bat and this could be a tie game. Parker, an A hitter against Suter coming from the right side. Here's the pitch. And it will not get it done as he grounds it to DeJesus. Up with it quickly over to first for the 6-3 putout. And the Cubs are 2 outs away from pulling a little upset here on June 25th, 1979 in Three Rivers Stadium as Bill Robinson steps to the plate. Here's the pitch to Robinson. And again, that low number in the yellow is not good for the batter. That's another ground ball to DeJesus over to first for the 6-3 putout. And that brings Lee Lacey to the plate. See if I can pinch hit him from the left. Somebody hitting from the left side who possibly can do some damage. We'll bring Milner in. See if he can do anything with Suter. Hitting from the left side, Milner will be a B hitter. Here's the pitch. It's a defensive check on the catcher in those low numbers, and we know what that means, folks. This game is over as Foote is able to get the slow chopper as he's hit it off the plate. It dribbles in front of the plate. Foote up with it. Up to first. For the 2-3 putout as Buckner squeezes it. And the Cubs have taken a 2-1 squeaker here in Three Rivers Stadium as the Boo Birds are out. They're disappointed in the We Are Family Pirates as Ken Holtzman takes the win. Blyleven drops his first. That's the 17th save for Suter already. My goodness. Let's look at the box score for this game. you can see, not a lot of hits going on. Only 4 for the Cubs and 3 for Pittsburgh. So the damaging things were the Buckner home run that broke the 1-1 tie. Let's look at the pitching stats. Check one thing here. Yep. Pitching stats. Holtzman, 7 innings, allowing only 3 hits, 1 run. He walked 2 and struck out 6. In 7 innings. 2. Suter's the one that come in lights out. He walked 1, struck out 2, facing 7 batters for his 17th save. Unbelievable, 17 saves. Blyleven did not pitch poorly. 7 innings, 3 hits. He allowed 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 4, and he did allow that game-winning home run. Romo come in, struck out 1, and Jacoby closed it out, allowing 1 hit. So that's going to be it here from Three Rivers Stadium. Let's go ahead and exit out of here. Go to the day. Let me close out that ball roller. That's just going to be in the way. Go. Let's just close out. Both those as well. And look at that ain't going to work. I've got that cropped down so you can't see everything. But I'm going to go ahead and just read out to you what was going on from the day. Sorry for the unobstructed view. The obstructed view, I'm afraid. There's one more game to go on the day that I need to go ahead and autoplay out, and that's the New York Mets at the St. Louis Cardinals. Let's go ahead and play that one out. And the Cardinals take a 3-2 tight one over the Mets. Let's go to the replay daily. Nothing outstanding. So that's going to be the end of the day. Let's take a look at our standings, though, because even after that loss, you can see in the National League East, Pittsburgh is at 42-20. 6.5 games up on the Mets in the National League. Leading the East, American League East, is the Red Sox at 41-24 with a 64% win percentage. Leading the West is Texas. In the National League, it's, of course, Pittsburgh with a 67%, which is the highest in the majors. And then you have Cincinnati in the West at 44-25 at 638, and that's in my replay following the Pirates schedule. I hope you enjoyed this evening, or whenever you come across. Don't look like I had anybody join me, but maybe they'll catch it later. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. God bless.